Hey everyone, this is 3Skate and I'm going to be doing my little thoughts on MadWorld here. Let's see where to go. Where was I going? Oh, this way. Wait, no. Yeah, this is the right way. Okay. So I'm just gonna show you my thoughts on MadWorld. This is one of the funnest games on Wii. Even though it's one of the most violent games. And it's very, very controversial because of that whole aspect of it's so violent that kids are going to imitate it and whatnot. And I've always thought that that was stupid for people to think that way. Okay, yeah, this is the part I was on last time where the bull came. Okay, so I'm pretty much doing a gameplay video and my thoughts on it. So, if you never heard of MadWorld, it's a Wii exclusive game. And for this game, it's so unique. If you can't tell, it's already unique for it being black and white. Only thing being red is the blood. So it's one of the coolest things I've ever experienced, and it's one of the funnest games I've ever just played. So as you can see, I'm holding this sword here, and you don't get it until you beat the game. So you have to beat the game first in order to get it. Yeah, so to start off, this game is very simple for storyline. Like, that's what I really love. It's not really complicated. It's easy to understand. Like, I'm pretty sure they focused on the game first, then storyline, which is a really nice approach. But the storyline is very simple. You start off as this hardcore maniac known as Jack, and he's participating himself in this game called Death Watch, and pretty much the whole objective is to form the most detailed ways of killing your enemies as possible. See, I have different finishes as well. So like you see, I'm just spinning around and I can use the control stick to control where he's going. And you see, I just toss him in those spikes there, which is obviously not good. So yeah, it is very violent, really violent game, but it's very satisfying to do the finishing moves, which I'm going to show you right now. If I can do it. Yeah. So this is one of them. There's tons of finishing moves on this game that just feels very gratifying to do, especially with the Wii remote, because you're actually pretty much gesturing for it. The one problem that I'll say I've experienced in this game is the camera angle. I mean, when it comes to like these like mini bosses or whatever, they're not a problem at all. But when you go to a boss, they're a huge hassle, especially when it comes to some of the mini games, the Death Watch mini games, which you can use to get more points. And that's how you attract the boss. You have to get a nice series of points as well. So the more detailed the kill is, the more points you get. And as you see, oh god, yeah. So that's one of the like mini bosses. When you reach a certain amount of points. When you reach a certain amount of points, you get to fight like this bull dude, so, as you can see. And he is ridiculously strong, but you can get past him. See, I just dodged him. I can use the nunchuck to dodge him pretty fast. And once you see like the Wii remote go down, you can do something called a power struggle. And as you can see, my voice is shaking because I'm actually shaking the Wii remote and nunchuck. You shake it long enough, you can do that little power struggle. See, he has a chainsaw, which is pretty cool too. You hold the B button and he activates this chainsaw. And the way you use it, you just swing the remote down, up, down, left, or right, and he slashes. So that's really cool. I wish they had an option where you can use what is the device called? Wii Motion Plus. That's what it's called. And what that is, it pretty much gives you a better option on how to use the Wii remote than just a regular sensor bar. I mean, you can control diagonally. You can, instead of just going up, down, left, or right, you can actually control diagonally. So you can swing any which way, and the sensor bar will actually pick it up, which is really cool. You see, I put a signpost there. This is what I mean by a detailed kill, by the way. Just get a signpost, put it in his head like twice, and sorry, it went by the accidental person. But yeah. So you see like a flaming can, put him in there, grab that, look for the guy, and if he's not dead already, oh yeah, he's dead. Just toss that, grab that, what I love about this game. Of course, people were gonna say, "Oh my God, it's gonna be repetitive." Well, that's a no-brainer actually, because it's a combat game, and all hack and slash games are repetitive, no matter how new they get. I mean, God of War is repetitive. I mean, we can say all sorts of games are repetitive when it comes to hack and slash, or combat games for that general. So yeah, I put him in the toilet, and like, it's just so gruesome what happens after he gets in the toilet. That's so mean, but it's so cool, dude. Yeah, this game is very simple. Oh, this is so gruesome. Bam! Breaks his back. So awesome. I'm surprised I haven't got to the boss. Attracted the boss yet. So yeah, you see the point system there. You have to get a certain amount of point system to attract the boss. When it comes to some of the Death Watch mini games, which is called the Bloodbath Challenge, it's very hard to. I would say it's very hard to just come up with the camera angle, because let's say there's a cinematic thing where I don't know, like there's a cinematic thing going on. Oh god. Yeah, let's say there's a cinematic thing in a minigame setting, and when you see the cinematic thing, you can't really see your character at all. So that's a huge hassle. And sometimes, like when I do man darts, which is what you can do, you can use a bat and just start swinging it against enemies, and aim, and you have to aim for the target in order to get points. But sometimes when you hit the enemy and the camera zooms in, you can't focus. Like, there's no way you can tell if the enemy's gonna attack you, and that's the problem. Like, a camera can focus on somebody else, like in the whole cinematic position, and you'll get attacked. Like, you won't see it coming. That was the one thing that I hated about the whole camera angle ordeal. So I think everyone who's owned the game has experienced that problem with the camera angle, and it should have been straightened out. And I'm pretty sure creators might have had a problem with that too. Mainly because you're using the nunchuck for movement, and I mean the Wii doesn't have like three control sticks like Xbox 60 or PS3. You know, you got your X-axis and Y-axis, and then you got your D-pad. But this only has the control pad and the analog stick, so that's a huge problem. See if I can finish the stage for 10 minutes. It doesn't really matter though. I don't think it matters how many points I get. I think I have enough for the boss. There we go. My thank you video should be uploading right now, so it should be almost finished. Well, no, it should be finished by now. I hope so, because I hope I don't get that error thing again. That really irritated me. I'm sorry to phase out like that. So yeah, you get the boss fight. Boss fights are very fun. And a lot of people, one thing that irritated me when I saw like the reviews was that people said it was only a 6-hour game. That's complete false. There's more than 6 hours in this game. If you're counting storyline, it's probably like 7 to 8. Oh god, I just hurt myself. That never happened to me before. Let's do that again. The one thing that just irritates me is when is that a lot of people say like the gameplay hours was 6. There's a lot more than that. There's extra missions when you beat the game or whatever. If you get extra missions, there's a hard mode, so the opponents are more and more brutal. I mean, a lot more brutal. Uh-oh. The music is very great too. Yeah. The music is very great. I'm surprised that it's hip-hop music for one thing. So yeah, the finisher is, every single boss has a finisher, just so you know. And they're all equally gruesome, so you'll love that. So yeah, overall, I'll give this game a really good rating. And I'm not good with rating systems, so I'll probably say like a 9.5 out of 10. Which is very odd because I really not good at rating games or anything for that matter. So yeah, Streetscape signing out. Hope y'all enjoyed it.